Vivi. Yeah.
Then they gotta get the fuck out of here. My sanity, can somebody help me please? Feel like I'm panicking, these four walls are closing in and it's getting hard to breathe. Just give me the signal before the time is run out. I need some answers like now. How is it that we got niggas ready to boycott? Let 12 try to stop us and they pulling their phones out. Man down, hop in this water, I'm deep within it. I put my life on the
Welcome back to my channel, or if you're new to my channel, I am the Visionary Queen and I'm coming with a different type of energy today, okay? I've had a lot of time to myself. I've had a lot of time to reflect. You know, it's the second month of the year. Shout out Black History Month. I got this shirt from Forever 21. It's so cute. Unfortunately, I am not sponsored by Forever 21, but I shop there like I am. The title of this YouTube video is How Personal Development Changed My Life. Something told me in my spirit that I need to make this video, and like, people really need personal development, because I know once I really took personal development serious in my life, everything in my life started to change for the betterment of me and the people around me. So here it goes. Now, before I start and tell you my journey in personal development and where I am today, I need to tell you guys where I was before. Because if you don't know where you come from, then you do not know where you are going. And that's just a simple fact, right? I come from Somalia. I grew up in a single mother household, right? I chose to become better than the environment that I was brought up in as an adult. I started to realize my flaws. Yeah, I started to realize my flaws in high school around senior year, because I got into a relationship with someone and it became apparent that my anger controlled most of what I say and do. I had a lot of anger issues due to the fact of my environment growing up. It was very violent. It was very chaotic. It was very
now she in distress.
Not what it needs to be. And like, I turned out to be this amazing, great, spiritual, positive, beautiful queen. Like, period. I remember I was in the cafeteria sitting, eating with my friends, and eating with the guy that I was dating at the time. I don't know what happened, what the situation was completely, because keep in mind, I graduated high school in 2016. But I do recall that I was like, I don't get mad all the time. And literally everyone at the table went,
Oh, excuse me?
Okay.
I remember everybody looking at me like, sis, you are a fucking hothead. What are you talking about? In my head, I'm like, what do y'all see that I'm not seeing? Because I don't get mad at nothing.
Child. Anyway, so
You see, to be personally developed, to actually take personal development seriously, you have to acknowledge the fact that you're not perfect. You have to acknowledge the fact that sometimes your emotions control you, and that is okay. As a 18, 17-year-old in high school, most of my emotions took control of my day, and it took control of the actions that I made, you know, and it took control of the decisions that I was making on a day-to-day basis. What I failed to realize was it was because of me. It was all me, but I didn't realize that until I turned 21. 21 was when I realized, sis, you gotta get it together. Like,
Baby girl.
it hit me like a moving train, okay? 2018 was literally the worst year that I've ever had. I was in a terrible relationship, toxic as hell. You know, I allowed that. And that right there, that moment of me realizing that every bad thing that happened to me, everything that I went through was because of my own decisions and the way I reacted. See, a lot of people, they choose not to acknowledge things because it's easier and it's more comfortable to just stay in this facade that we're all perfect. Listen, we are imperfect beings, all right? We all have flaws, right? And it's not about what happens to you, it's about how you react, okay? That was the light bulb moment in my life where I realized, wow, like I keep letting my anger get the best of me. People in my life, like my peers, always saying, you're always angry, you're always getting mad, or they'll come up to me and be like, listen, I'm about to tell you something, but you have to promise me you're not gonna get mad. Because growing up in a very violent and chaotic environment, my first thought was, if somebody pisses you off,
anybody can get slapped.
So I turned 21 in the year of 2019, right after the worst year of my life, right? And it came to the point where I said to myself, I'm no longer getting into relationships. I'm no longer playing with anybody anymore. I'm no longer going to tolerate the things that I used to tolerate. I won't tolerate disrespect. I'm not going to tolerate any BS. I'm not going to tolerate anything less of my standards or anything less of what I deserve, right? But I was at that point, listen, you couldn't tell me nothing. Okay, I was single, not ready to mingle. I wasn't playing with nobody. I wasn't playing no games. I stopped all my old and bad habits. You know, I started surrounding myself around people that I actually wanted to be around. I started to do the things that would develop me to be a better person, to become a person of increase. I started to do activities that grew me, you know? I didn't just do things just because everybody else is doing them. I was doing them because I truly wanted to do them, and they were actually benefiting me in the end. I began to meditate more. I've been meditating since I was in 10th grade, so that's about 7-8 years now, but I never took it seriously until the age of 21. I started to self-educate. I started to research more. I started to basically understand, what is the point of life, right? It got to that point. At first, it was like, all right, where's the point of my anger? All right, we realized that it was because of the childhood. Not saying that my childhood was terrible, but I'm just saying, I didn't have a childhood filled with gumdrops and rainbows and unicorns, you know what I'm saying? It was like, I had to grow up real fast, especially being in a Muslim household, being the only girl of 5 children, and I was the middle child. The way that I grew up was traditional based, morally based. You must do this because that's how it's done. You cannot ask any questions, you know? So I started to meditate more. I started working out. I started eating right. I started getting my head together. I started really understanding who I am, what I'm worth, my value. I really had to teach myself all of this. And honestly, I'm very grateful for the internet. And that is one of the big reasons why I'm doing YouTube, because a lot of women here on YouTube, a lot of men too, a lot of people in general, the internet has really helped me become the person that I am today, because I didn't have a big sister to tell me, hey, this is how you go about life. And you might face these obstacles, but let me tell you from my experience, you can learn from my experience. I didn't have a mentor. I didn't have somebody to guide me. I'm the first to go to college in my family. I'm a first generational student, you know, or first generation student, whatever. I'm the first to go, okay? I didn't really have somebody to guide me through life and tell me about this, that, and that. And when you're going to university, a lot of people think that, oh, you're gonna be so smart, you're gonna be so educated, sweetie.
You're gonna be in despair, baby. And you're about to have turmoil, confusion.
They only give you information for the test. They don't give you information about life. They don't tell you about how you're supposed to react to certain situations. They don't tell you how to control your emotions. They don't tell you how to protect and control your energy. They don't tell you any of this stuff. This is stuff you're gonna have to research on your own. And most people don't even know it exists. March 2020 hits, boom, COVID. COVID, actually, at the beginning, I was so angry. I was so depressed. I was like, yo, how am I gonna be able to take care of my mom? Cause like, I work for my mother. Okay, I pay my mother's bills. Okay, I went to school full time, and I was damn near going to work full time because the hours that they gave me were ridiculous. Bottom line was, COVID was the biggest blessing for me because it made me tap in. You gotta know who you are. You have to be self-aware in a world like this. In a world where people are looking to other people to be like, you need to know who you want to be. I was basically becoming a robot before COVID. Like, seriously, it was work, school, sleep. That's life. And it came to a point where I was just losing myself in work, school, sleep. Literally, I was becoming work, school, sleep. I tapped into the fullest in COVID. I started really researching, I started researching the things that they don't teach in school. I started, trying to figure out how to make money online. I started like really being open to people and meeting new people. Like, it was just amazing. Like, the people that I have in my life today, I wouldn't trade them from the world because they really put me in a mindset that now I know where to go. I used to think that I was successful because I was the first to go to college, of course, a university, I'm gonna graduate and go to med school, but it's deeper than that. Like, it's not all about going to school and then going to work and dying. Like, life is bigger than that. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're human beings. Like, this earth has been here for millions of years, and so have we. And even though the science books will never tell you that, I knew my purpose was bigger than work, school, sleep. One of the first keys to my personal development was becoming self-aware. As I said earlier in this video, how I was speaking about my high school experience and how my peers basically made me aware of how I react to certain situations. Now, life is 10% what happens to you, and 90% is all attitude. What happens to you can either go two ways. It can escalate and become another problem, or it can be solved. I had to sit back and evaluate and say, listen, the reason why things are happening to me that I don't like is because of how I'm reacting to them. It's because of how I'm taking this emotion and just throwing it out instead of really internalizing it, understanding it, accepting it, and in turn changing it. So that was the first key. First key was becoming self-aware. Now, after becoming self-aware, that really sparked up the power of my imagination.
Imagination.
Now, like I said before, I've been meditating for about 7 years. I meditate almost every single day. Meditating really helped me understand who I am. And I'm definitely gonna make a video about meditation because a lot of people just think it's like sitting crisscross applesauce with your hands like this and going, It's not what meditation is. Meditation is kind of like alone time with yourself. Meditation is literally self-care. It's literally me time. It's a time for you to reflect on what you went through today. Reflect on the decisions that you made today. Reflect on how work went, how school went, whatever it is that you do, how business went. Meditation really had me sit back and view my life in a different perspective. It's like my imagination has always been big, but meditation really expanded that because like I have truly gotten the things that I wanted because I've sat back and reevaluated who I am, and I reevaluated the situation and I broke it down. Like, that's the thing, you gotta break down the challenges in your life because you have to know, like, whatever you've been through, however you handled that situation, it's always gonna take you somewhere higher, It's always gonna take you to a better place. Like, all the challenges that I've faced in my life, I am so grateful for going through because it made me the person that I am today. I also think about it a lot. The longer that you hold a thought in your head is the longer that it will manifest into your reality. And that's something that I've not only experienced, but also had to come and learn through experience. It's very powerful. Like, make sure that you are reserving time for yourself every single day to really reevaluate who you are and what you want in life, right? Meditation truly helped me with the power of my imagination. It's very key to have an imagination, because what you wish in imagination, you can have in reality. The third thing that really changed my life in being personally developed was understanding and knowing the power of my subconscious mind. And I can tell you from my own experience that I've tapped into my subconscious mind. And the more that I feed my subconscious mind positivity, the more that my life became more positive, the more that the words that I speak became more powerful and impactful. Because I made the decision to change my life for the better and become a better me every single day, I have changed the lives that I'm around. I've changed my brother's life. I've changed my best friend's life. I've changed my cousin's life. I've changed the lives around me. And they truly see the woman that I am becoming, the queen that I am becoming. Understanding the power of the subconscious mind really took me out of my comfort zone. You see, a lot of people have a comfort zone, and your comfort zone is your broke zone. You know, when you're comfortable and doing the same things every single day, going to work, after work, smoking some weed, after weed, getting in the shower, after the shower, playing some video games, after the video games, going to sleep and starting it all over again. After I realized that doing the same things constantly over and over and over again, the same things that don't feed me positively, I realized that I'm in my comfort zone. And yes, baby, I was broke as hell. Okay, let's just be real. In my comfort zone was not only where I was the most depressed, I was the most anxious, I was the most angry, I was the most broke. I'm laughing now because tapping into the power of my subconscious mind made me realize that I'm in my comfort zone. I don't want to elevate, grow, or change because this is all I know. I don't want to be here when I'm here. And I've never been up here, so how the hell do I get up there? See, that was why I said self-awareness is the first key. Because you have to understand that, listen, there's a first time for everything. There was a first time for you driving a car, and now look, you can drive and text and drink some coffee at the same time. There is a first time for everything. And if you continue to just be consumed by your comfort zone, you will never experience new things in life. Now, somebody put this perspective for me. They said, now, if you want to go on a road trip, right? You want to go to Colorado, just a 10-hour road trip, right? And you're going to wait until there's no traffic, until there's nobody else on the road, until the accidents in America stop, and until it's really sunny outside. When are you going to go?
Years, and
I'll wait.
You're never going to go. So being self-aware of the fact that, hey, I'm scared. I'm scared to go from all that I've known to something new because I've never done it before. And then understanding, using that imagination to understand, listen, yeah, it could go wrong, but what if it goes right? What if I do take that trip to Colorado, that road trip, and I don't get in an accident, and I get there safely and soundly, and I have the best time in my life? You gotta get out of your comfort zone. You gotta tap into that portion of your mind that tells you where to go, that intuition, you know, that gut feeling that you get. That's your subconscious mind speaking to you. Every thought that you have is a cause, and every condition is the effect to that cause. If I walk around life telling myself that I'm not enough, that I'm not worthy of being rich, that I'm not worthy of being deserving of a great, beautiful relationship, I'm going to experience that. It's that simple, but us as humans, of course, make it so complex. You become what you think about most. That's just a fact. If I'm thinking about science all the time, I'm most likely gonna be a laboratory technician or a doctor, right? Or a teacher, right? If you want good in your life, think positively. It all starts with the mind. I know you've always heard it, mind over matter. It's not something that you learn and then that's it. It's an everyday task. You have to wake up in the morning and tell yourself, I'm gonna do this because I want this, and I have to do it every single day, even until I get it right. Even then, you still have to take those steps to keep yourself aligned. There's so much things that's going on in this world that does not serve us in any kind of way. And you become what you think about most. Every thought that you have is a cause, and every condition is an effect. That's all for this video. Now, a big, huge shout out to Celestial Destination Entertainment. They have helped me so much. Shout out to Elijah for the music, the dope, amazing music. Go check out his YouTube. Go check out his Instagram. Get connected with him. Dope, amazing music. I love lyrical people. I love rappers who actually have like a purpose, a cause for rapping, you know, trying to bring a message. And that's what I'm trying to do here with my platform, is educate people on the things that they're not educated on in schools, and also impact people for the better, you know? Be the person that I always wanted in my life, or I always wanted to become, right? So leave a comment down below. Tell me how you enjoyed this video. Tell me about your experience in personal development. Leave a like or dislike if you don't like it. It's whatever. I am the Visionary Queen. Thank you for watching my video. Stay hydrated, stay blessed, do more, and say less. Bye.